Good morning.
Good morning, Jane, and thank you very much for accepting me in your very beautiful office.
It's wonderful to have you here. I'm glad you could come today.
It's my pleasure.
Right. Well, why don't we start off by talking about your background. If you could tell us, why did you begin doing work with older people, and how did you get started in this work?
Yes, I think that my engagement with older people could be rightly said to have been by divine providence. It's like a vocation. In 1996, there's something that got me on the wrong side. And this some sort of unlocked the innovation of the compassion and care, and certainly the interest that I was going to develop for the elderly. My father died in 1996, and after his burial, I realized that we did not have the responsibility to inherit his property. My mother didn't have the opportunity to inherit the landed property that belonged to my father. By the way, my father was a polygamist. Now, I come from a certain tribe in the northwest English-speaking region of the Republic of Cameroon in West Central Africa called Kom. And in this particular tribe, in fact, children are not allowed to inherit the properties of their parents. So it's rather the nephew of your father that comes forward after the death of your father to succeed the property and the wives of his uncle. So it was unheard of, because I couldn't imagine that. I was born into this community which is certainly very poor. I lived poverty, and I really saw the human face of poverty. There was very little food to eat. We lived in houses that were compared to huts. In fact, it could be an environment that would be said to rightly be a slum. And to imagine that in the face of this difficulty, and with 3 wives, we will not have the opportunity to have landed property where these 3 women will be able to farm and raise their crops was unheard of. And I thought that even though traditional values and customs had agreed that this could happen in this community, I was going to try to put my life on the line and defend the rights of women, especially widows, to ensure that their fundamental human rights must and should be respected.